Hi, wondering what is on the screen? This is actually a touch sensor, and it is also known as a touch sensor module TTP223. So, I'll explain you very simply like how it works exactly. So, what does this do? It feels your touch like a phone screen button. When you touch it, it sends a signal to computer, which is Arduino. So big circle on here. This is like a touch plate. So this is called a touch plate, and what it does when you touch it with your finger act like a tiny antenna, and the board knows that someone touched me. So when you place your finger on this, the board will know that you have touched it or someone have touched it. So after that, the three pins here, the most important thing, these three pins are actually very important. You can say that these are the legs for this sensor. So what does this do? So VCC here, the middle one, this is a power pin where usually 5 or 3.3 volts of electricity is passed through this sensor. And next we have GND here, exactly right side of the VCC. What it does, it is GND means ground. So it is like electricity returning part. See, when we insert the electricity and we need the electricity to pass out of the sensor so that our sensor will work smoothly. For that, we will be using this GND pin, that is also known as ground. So electricity comes in and goes out from here. So next we have 10 here, the tiny one more pin. So this is actually a pin. You can say it is when you are inserting a 10 volts electricity inside the sensor, that time you will be using this, and this pin and these pins will directly be connected to the Arduino or the Raspberry Pi or the LN392, whatever the chip you are using for your project. So next we have tiny boxes here, which is like R and C, R1 and C1. So what are these? So R1 means resistors and C1 means capacitor. So let's start with resistors. So what does resistors do actually? So resistors, they control the electricity, um, and the capacitor, it helps detect touch smoothly. Okay, so you need not worry much about these things, like as we have learned it in many videos and all the stuffs. So overall, the resistors control electricity flow, and the capacitors, they help detect the touch smoothly. And the blue board, overall here in the top side, the background, the blue board is known as PCB. So this is like road connecting everything. So like we have so many states in India. So what are connecting them? Roads. So this is how even this PCB works. What is PCB? Printed circuit board, right? So it has some wiring here. As you can see, there are some lines which is connecting all the parts. So as I said, there are many states and cities across India which we will be connecting through the roads, right? So if we want to go from one place to another, we'll go by road. So that is how even the electricity will be flowing inside this circuit, one place to another. So holes in the corner, these are for connecting this overall board, the touch sensor, to the object or the project which you are making, right? So we want it to be fixed it tightly. So that time what we'll be doing is we will fix some screws here, so that it will be fixed tightly and it will work smoothly. So where is it used exactly? So it is used in touch lamps and smart switches, in doorbells and some robot controls. um we can say some simple examples like touch sensor will send the will send the signal to Arduino, and Arduino reads that signal, and Arduino turns LED on or off. This is how it works. So when we turn it to the back side, it looks something like this. So here we don't have many connections. This is where our touch sensor exactly is. So this is how it looks exactly. So when you place your finger on this here, this will be reading your um, fingers, and it will send the Arduino the message that someone have touched. So this is how it works, the touch sensor. And now we learned what are resistors, what are capacitors, and why are these three pins used, and what are this circular path. So overall, this is a touch sensor. So that's it for today. See you in the next video, Future Robot Builders.